Hello, I'm Jamie from Shamrocker World, and today I'm going to show you guys my dragon fruit collection as part of a 10,000 subscriber special video. I'm so excited that my YouTube channel has reached 10,000 subscribers. I thank everybody for watching my videos, commenting, sharing them, and interacting with my various channels. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. I can't wait to grow my channel and share my love and knowledge of exotic fruits and dragon fruits. So the weather so far here in Central Texas has been warm. The highs have been in the mid to lower 90s to upper 80s some days. And as you can tell, today it's a little windy. I believe it's going to be about 92 degrees, and it is humid today. But starting tomorrow and definitely by Monday, we're going to get 2 rounds of cold fronts that will start to bring the nighttime temperatures into the upper 40s. And that's usually the time when I start to worry about my exotic fruits as well as my dragon fruits, because not only that, we're also in a microclimate, meaning you take whatever is forecasted and you subtract it by at least 5 degrees. So it's getting to the point where nights will be really cold and we may even have some sneaky frost. So usually this time of year is when I put my winter greenhouses up, which I plan on doing today. And that's usually when I start bringing in my sensitive plants. And then definitely by the end of October is when I usually bring all my plants in. So it is the time of year where the weather starts to change. It's getting a little dangerous to keep definitely the dragon fruits outside during the night. And pretty soon it will start getting really cold to where they're not going to be growing, they may get damaged, and as well as my exotic fruit trees, they're going to start having some cold related stress on them. And then they'll be in the greenhouse until mid to late March, depending on the risk of a late frost. So it's definitely the time of year where the weather is changing and I have to protect my plants for winter. So as a special treat for my 10,000 YouTube subscribers, I'm going to show you guys my big dragon fruit collection. As you can see, these are all of my dragon fruits in their various trellises. And I'm so excited that as of May of this year, actually throughout this whole year, 2022 is the year of the dragon fruit. I discovered my first buds back in late May, and every month since June, I've had dragon fruits producing flowers and fruit. I'm so excited that my rather recent collection has been growing up throughout the past year and a half or so and has finally fruited for the first time. So I'll definitely show you guys which ones are growing, have been growing, and which ones that I hope they'll grow next year. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and show you guys all of my dragon fruits and tour my setup, and hopefully we'll get some more dragon fruits in the future. Let's get started. Hello, so this is my current dragon fruit setup. So most of my dragon fruits are on these 5-gallon buckets and tomato cage trellises. There's definitely some pros and cons with this design. I'm seeing a lot of cons now that my dragon fruits are growing. And also, if you can't already tell, this one's leaning a little bit, but it's working so far. So I believe all the plants that I have in these trellises, I got them last year. So back in April 2021, I got a lot of these varieties because of the February 2021 freeze. I lost a bunch of my Ecuador Paloras from seeds from that event, and during that spring I went to various nurseries throughout Texas getting some more varieties, regrowing my collection. So they're growing great here in Central Texas. Oh my gosh, they look really great. So let's look at this first plant right here. This first trellis is Edgar's Baby. It produced a ton of flowers, and I think it produced maybe 1 or 2 fruits so far. As you can see, it's growing this little fruit here. So it's been over a month. This will be the 4th Edgar's Baby between these 2 trellises. So let's look at this one. So this trellis right here is an Ecuador Palora. This one was a freeze recovered and a cutting. So there's two plants in here. It's looking great. So this second trellis right here is another Edgar's Baby. So this one in this red bucket is American Beauty. It is definitely one I want to keep, encouraged to grow. Let me show you Zam to this plant right here. This is Zamorano. It has been my favorite plant so far. This thing has gorgeous flowers. It's just huge, gorgeous flowers. Again, it's my favorite. It just has very pretty flowers, and it produced flowers every single month since June. But throughout this whole time, it never produced fruit until now. And as you can see, look how huge that fruit is. So big. This will be my largest dragon fruit so far. So right next to Zam is a few cuttings. So this one right here is red Robles. Yeah, red Robles. I think this one's AX. AX will produce pink flowers. That's gonna be cool. There's another AX right here, and that one is Physical Graffiti. So I did get new varieties from Wallace Ranch. These guys are doing great. As you can see, they're growing up. I know all these plants look the same, but this particular plant is called David Bowie, and as you can see, it's growing all the way up. So this plant right here is Okaponus. I assume red. I'm not quite sure because I think there's a red and an orange one. So let me show you this trellis right here. So this trellis is what I call varnoid. It is, I have no clue what it is. That's why it's noid. It was labeled as a variegated, but I don't see that. I still call it a noid, and I primarily use this plant to grow rootstocks. We'll take a quick look at these guys down here. Again, these guys look all the same, but this one is a Vietnam white. So this one right here, going up. That one's Purple Haze. This is Sugar Dragon. I have actually a bigger Sugar Dragon, so I'm really excited to have that. So let me show you guys one of my new favorite plants. So this trellis right here is T3. It's an Ecuador Pelora from seed. This plant survived the 2021 February freeze, but I am so excited because look what you're doing. Yay. So this is my very first Ecuador Pelora flower. It is extremely slow. So I discovered it on 9/15. It was definitely growing a few days prior, but it's been over a month since I discovered it, and it still hasn't bloomed. And I think it actually still has some more time to grow. But I'm so excited that my 4.5-year-old Ecuador Pelora from seed is finally producing a flower bud. This is a chimera. I have several chimeras. As you can see, it has this red variegation on it. It curls. This one's just a wild grower. Yeah, there's a red corkscrew branch. So I really love these. And here's another variegated variety that I have. I'm really excited to have this particular plant. So this little plant right here with the light on it, this is Purple Haze. There's 2 plants in one bucket. I shouldn't have done that. I'm working on it. I'll eventually take one of those out. And this particular plant has 4 fruit on it. So here's one. Here's a little one right here that's slowly starting to turn red. And then we have these beautiful twins. So it's quite a big trellis. It is leaning. But yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on this particular trellis and making sure that it's not going to collapse on itself because it is heavy. It is heavy. I do need a prune, but again, I need a prune once the fruit are off of it. Don't want to disrupt it too much, but it has a nice canopy, great canopy. I think this is one of my biggest canopy plants, and of course it's 2 plants in there, and it's looking great, but that trellis is struggling to stay up. So now we're on the back side here. This is what I call chinoid. So it's chinoid because, as you can see, that's a chimera branch right there. It has chimera branches, but the rest of it looks normal. So this plant right here is Delight. So Delight goes all the way up here, splits off, goes over here. So this plant right here in this trellis, this is T5, and this particular plant is in the umbrella style. Instead of training it to go up, I'm training it to go, down. I did prune it a few weeks ago. It does get a lot of sun damage, but this is technically my biggest Ecuador Pelora. So of course I have some more assorted dragon fruits. So they're growing up against T5, so they were getting their height going. And then this heaping mess is another of my keep pile. Yeah, this is another Delight cutting. Another little Zamorano. Another Sugar Dragon right there. This is another Moon Cactus rootstock. So it's growing very well. Yeah, this is Haley's Comet. Haley's Comet's been really finicky but it's been growing very well. So here's another chimera. The big plant is back in here, just growing very nicely, growing these corkscrew branches, has the red on it. Okay, so here is the epiphyllum station. This station gets sun, I think from 5 to sunset, and they've been doing very well over here. But I hope to move these guys into the greenhouse today because these guys do get sensitive when it's cold. I got these little Christmas cactus last week. So this one's, I think this one's purple, like light purple, and these are variegated Christmas cactus. Now this little guy is a Selenoceras. Here's the mother plant. Yeah, Selenoceras urbanus monstros. But yeah, this is an interesting plant. I have a fern leaf. I got it from East Austin too. So these are oxypetalums. I have 2 plants, and both plants produce nice flowers. Flowers for September last month, and they opened very nicely. So as you can see, this is a oxypetalum, looking great. This heaping mess right here are my epiphyllum hookeries, various plants, because I have a main plant, which is this one right here. This one's my main plant, and I also featured it in a video, but it's growing a lot of new branches, and it did produce some flowers. And I don't know if you noticed already, but let me go ahead and show you this guy. This big stinker is epiphyllum hookery fruit. Oh my god, it got huge. So here's another one from last month. This is a curly fruit. These actually grow on their own, so I didn't need to do anything with this. So this one automatically produces. Here's a curly epiphyllum fruit. So right next to this epi, I have some seedlings. I think these are red robles. I got these actually from Miami Fruit. They call them Sunset, but I think they're actually more like red robles. They look just like Ecuador pylorus, but they're orange on the outside and pink on the inside. So I got some seedlings out of there. And then these are seedlings from my first fruit. It was an Edgar's baby with Noid pollen. They're looking great. So here's the special announcement for this video. As you can see, I have a ton of dragon fruit cuttings. These were from the cuttings that I took a few weeks ago, and that is because I am planning on making an online store where I'm going to sell all of these cuttings. Now, it's only going to be for the US residents or US address. I just want to start out that way. And I do not have a start date. I do not have a start date of when I'm going to open up the store, but it's in progress. It's definitely in progress, and I'm getting everything ready. I'm still waiting for these cuttings to root. I'm going to root every single one. They're all going to be rooted. They're not going to be like fresh cuttings. I'm going to root all of them pretty soon. I'm going to put them in their individual containers, get their roots going, and then I'm going to sell them bare rooted. So definitely be on the lookout for those announcements. I'll announce it everywhere on, I'll announce it on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So be on the lookout for the store, and I'm really excited to set it up. Yeah, I definitely want to give some away and share them with everybody. So these cuttings right here are my recent purchases from Spicy Exotics. This was like 2 weeks ago. So I have 2 brunies. These are brunies. That is Canthe von Arum, which is related, a sibling of Bruni, Thompson G1, and then I got a Frankie's Red from them. These are 4 new varieties that I have, so I'm really excited. This is the nursing hospital station, but as you can see, I have some, I can't pronounce the name, but I got these a little over a month ago, and they grew a lot. And this plant right here is actually a variegated. I've never seen this type of variegated before, but there are different types of variegated dragon fruits. And then these are the yellow variegated dragon fruits. I got 2 more cuttings out of them. And then these guys right here, these are coppery epiphyllums. So these are my interesting cacti. Both of these actually have really long names, but they're shorter names. It's also known as the booby cactus because of the resemblance. These guys right here they're also known as penis cactus. So yeah, that's also what they're called. No, their resemblance too. These are my naughty pear cacti. I heard this plant right here is my sugar dragon, and it's looking great. And let me come over here to the back side of the dragon fruits. This is Hericea bonplandi. It has these pairs of fruit on them. They are also night blooming cerises. I also watch the flowers open at night. So I have some Peruvian apple cactus. This is the Peruvian monstrose, and this is a regular Peruvian apple. So these guys are my smaller ones. I have two big ones that I'll show you. So these guys are looking really, really good. And let me show you these last two plants. Oh yeah, so there's all the plants here. Just a ton of them. I just have a ton of dragon fruits. I don't even want to count how many I have. So this is a Peruvian apple cactus, and I actually got like a Facebook memory from 2 years ago when I bought this plant. So that's my big Peruvian apple cactus. And here's my other one. I got this one 2 years ago too. It's very slower compared to the other one, but this one's a little more dangerous than the other one because it has a lot more spines on it. So this one's a little bit shorter than the other one, but as you can see, Peruvian apple is definitely gotten bigger. Yeah. So there you have it. That was my very extensive dragon fruit collection. I'm so excited to have the ones producing fruit, and I can't wait to see them grow throughout the years, and I can't wait to have more dragon fruit flowers and fruit. And as you saw my dragon fruit cuttings that I'm trying to root, be on the lookout for the announcement of my online store where I'm going to be selling those dragon fruit cuttings. So I'd love to thank you guys for the 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and be on the lookout for more dragon fruit related videos, as well as fruit tree videos and how to grow them from seeds. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn how to grow more dragon fruits, check out my Growing Dragon Fruits playlist. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell, and follow my Instagram and Facebook pages for more videos about exotic fruits, growing exotic fruits, gardening, outdoor crafts, and more. Thank you.